I've only been making videos for about 2 months now. And when talking about lore and power scaling, I guess it's normal that a lot of different people will have a lot of different takes and opinions. Trust me, I've wanted to make a video like this for a while now. I've started the script on it and stopped myself in the middle of making it about 10 times now. Originally, I would take specific comments and talk about them, but when writing the scripts, it always came off as super negative and kinda hostile, which is not really what I want on my channel. So I've decided to tackle it in a different way. I have collected the most prominent takes from my comments and will normally, and like no one ever blamed my ass for claiming something else, respond to them and end the discussion once and for all. Hopefully. Let's start with a little rundown on what's canon and what's non-canon information for the Hololive lore. Now before I say these, I'm neither claiming what I'm about to say is 100% facts, but it's also not just what I want to be canon and what I don't want to be canon. What I'm gonna say is the objectively most reasonable assumption, what should be canon and what shouldn't be canon. The reason I'm saying it like that is that in some cases we just don't know what's true and what's not. And if anyone in Hololive decides that it should be canon, well, it just is. With that being said, let's start with what should be canon. Anything said in the debut stream or claimed in a stream of theirs by themselves. There are of course instances where they just say that jokingly, so there are also exceptions to it, but usually it should be pretty obvious if they really mean it or not. But for me, if someone says something, like Bijou saying that Ascended Bibu is a thing, I will take that as facts. What also should be canon are the official animation videos, like the Don't Fear the Reaper animation, which shows us the time frame before Kelly decided to become an idol looks like, or the Breach animation video that came with Advent, which shows us the process of Advent breaching the prison. Animations I don't count as canon are music videos, because these are usually just meant to look cool. For example, in the music video for the newest Promise song, we can see Mumei be a little assassin-like fighter, which would mean that she is definitely not super weak. But you have to consider, in the same animation we can see all of Promise team up to kill a giant slime, which does make sense since they have the literal Warden of Time, the embodiment of chaos and Mother Nature and the Nephilim on the same team. They shouldn't need all of them to kill a giant slime. Or the slime is just a godly being. I mean, maybe it is, I don't know. The last canon thing are official written lore that are not for an event or are not a gimmick of some sort. There are also smaller things that can help to figure out if something is canon, but these will come up in later sections of the video. Now to what is not canon, and I'll start with the worst offender of this. Mazumaru, I'm sorry, but your animation is just too good. It's so damn good that people forget that it's a fan animation. And obviously the inspiration for the animation is the actual lore of Hololive, like Kiara being a phoenix, Ame being able to time travel, and Ina having the whole tentacle thing going on. But this animation is just not canon, guys. It literally says fan animation in the description. Bro, how can you say Ina is so weak? Have you even seen the Myth's Bad ending animation? Are wrong. Think about it, gamers. If the animation was canon, guess what? Kiara, Kelly and Gura would be for sure dead, Ina would be most likely dead, and Ame would be stuck in an infinite loop. And all of this obviously isn't the case. So yes, Ina might be able to do that, but we just don't know. The next offender that some people seem to claim as canon are the Hologra episodes. I'm not even gonna go for all the outlandish plotlines that are in some of these, but let's just check out the, at the point of this recording, newest Hologra episode. Oh, so I guess canonically the Earth has been destroyed and every holomem that is not outerworldly is officially dead. Oh, good that Nodoka, a normal human, survived the whole Earth exploding. Also, Nerissa uses her make people go crazy with her voice abilities, which she herself claimed she cannot use since she lost a part of her horn. And even if she was able to use it, it has never been stated that it can impact objects or the planet itself. The next thing that is certainly not canon is your guys' headcanon. I have heard multiple claims in my comment section that after researching if they are true or not, have never ever been mentioned by anyone or anything. The people under my Advent video did it right. Pretty much everyone made it clear that their theories about Shiori's potential abilities are just theories and not facts. Shout out to those gamers. Now to the enigmatic recollection animations. And as it stands now, they are not canon to me. Okay? To me. Because, as already mentioned multiple times, they don't align with other lore we know of myth. An example I've already brought up for this is that we now have 2 different ways Kelly found out that she doesn't need to take people's souls. Also, apparently Ina said at some point that all these animations are alternate timelines, but I couldn't find the clip for that, so I don't know if that's true. But if there is anything I'm willing to change my mind on, it's this. So, once a Hololive member says that they are canon, I'll happily accept that. Oh, and want to edit, I've seen one comment saying that alternate timelines are canon because Ame exists, and that might be true, but when I'm doing power scaling, let's say Fuawa for example, I'm talking about this very Fuawa of our main timeline, not any other Fuawa of a different one. That's like saying Ame is actually super weak because B Ame is just a B. So yes, maybe they do exist, but it doesn't really matter for the power rankings I'm doing. Still, it's a good point to bring up. Now let's talk about some specific claims I've seen in my comments. Gura being royalty has been claimed in my comment section multiple times already. But is she actually? Or is it just not confirmed and people just say she's royalty because there are some things implying it? Well, one thing we know for sure is that Gura is not Poseidon's daughter. We know that from the one DVD clip.
Poseidon is not actually my dad. That's a joke, by the way.
And also, I would say that if Gura was related to Poseidon in any way, she would have probably mentioned it right here. But hey, I'll give you guys that. She never explicitly said that she isn't related to him in some way. Like, as far as I could find, Gura never really talks about her relatives. So, unless there's a statement I'm missing, there is nothing really that claims that Gura is royalty. Now, if people think she is, that's fine, but then don't come at me and tell me that I'm wrong when I say that she isn't. Thank you. Also a claim that has been posted under my videos is that Mumei can't be this weak because she's not only the guardian of civilization, she is civilization. Which is a statement that is way less reasonable than the Gura royalty thing. There are at least hints to Gura being somewhat related to royalty. But Mumei being civilization itself is something. After about 30 minutes of doing research, I could not find anywhere. This statement has never been made. Literally nowhere. I have no idea where people even get that idea from. Oh wait. Wait, look! Mumei is treated as though she herself is the representation of civilization and not just the guardian. Look, it says it right here on the Holocure wiki. A fan game. But wait, maybe this is based on facts. Maybe this has nothing to do with the game, but with the actual Hololive lore. So if other trivia facts are all accurate, then so must this be. Mumei along with Sana are tied for the lowest base attack in the game. Never mind, it's just trivia about the game. So yet again, I could not find a single clip, post, article that says that Mumei herself is civilization. So where people got this from will remain a mystery. One thing I was surprised to see stated multiple times was that in the actual Hololive lore, Ame is not able to time travel, and that its origin is apparently also a fan creation. Like, with this one, I feel like I'm arguing with a flat earther. You know how people who believe in conspiracy theories want you to prove the thing that is widely agreed upon instead of them proving their completely outlandish claims? I feel the same way here. Why do I have to prove that Ame can time travel when everybody out there, apart from these few selected people, know that yes, she can, when you are the one that has to prove to me that canonically she can't? And because of this, I will not say anything to this, before anybody out there can present actual good proof to me that in the canon lore, Amelia actually is not able to time travel. The claim I will go after though is that Ame's time traveling abilities are a fan-made concept that Amelia just picked up and made canon. And it literally took me 5 minutes of research to find out that it is most likely, like 98%, not fan-made. And that it was an idea of either Ame herself or Hololive. For one, and this is where I do the thing I don't like when other people do it, but at least I say that beforehand that I could be mistaken here. But I could almost swear that I heard somewhere from either Ame herself or someone else related that the reason that Amelia got the time traveling abilities after her debut is so she matches more with the other members of Myth. Since we have a Phoenix, a Reaper, an Atlantic Shark Girl and a Priestess in tune with the Ancient One in there. But again, if that was never stated or it was just a theory of someone completely unrelated, I apologize in advance. Secondly, one thing that makes it very hard to believe that the whole time traveling is a fan-made concept is that Amelia claimed to be a time traveler in a stream that was only 4 days after her debut stream. Now, I don't say it's impossible, that's why I'm only like 98% sure, as already said, but I would say it's very, 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 very unlikely that someone within these 4 days was like, you know what? That Amelia Watson person whose debut I just saw should definitely be a time traveler. But hey, if you have any proof for me that it was fan-made, hit me with it and I'll gladly change my mind and apologize. If there's anyone portraying Amelia Watson as a time traveler before the September 17th of 2020, I'll gladly accept that I'm wrong. Alright, there are some more smaller things that have been stated in my comments, but these were the big ones. Again, this is not supposed to be a negative or hostile video, I just want to clarify so I don't have to hear the same stuff over and over again in my future videos. Have a nice rest of your day, see ya.